Hello dear students, today our topic is about circles. Let us start without wasting our time. First of all, definition. Definition of a circle. It is it is a locus of a point which moves in a plane such that its distance from a fixed point is constant, such that its distance from a fixed point is constant. The fixed point is known as center. The fixed point is known as center, and the fixed distance is known as radius of the circle. Definition is it is a locus of a point, means circle is a locus. Locus means path of a point which moves in a plane such that its distance from a fixed point is constant. Like this is our point, and here is this path, means that locus of this point is here, like this, such that the distance from a fixed point, and here it is a fixed point, the distance from the fixed point is constant. Here this is known as center. The fixed point is known as center, and the fixed distance, this fixed distance is known as radius of the circle. Or we can say in other words, collection of points in a plane which are equidistant from a fixed point. Collection of points in a plane which are equidistant from a fixed point. The fixed point, this is known as center, and the fixed distance, this is known as radius of the circle. So it is a definition, and here are some basic terms which we must know about the circle. Chord. These are the related terms of circle. Chord. What does chord mean? Chord is a line segment. Chord is a line segment which touches the circle, at two distant points, and the end points lie on the circle. This is the definition of a chord. Chord is a line segment, means that it is a part of a line whose endpoints lie on the circle and intersects or touches the circle at two distant points. Here we can say, if we have a circle like this is the center of the circle, and we can say this is a chord. Chord AB. AB is the chord. means that AB is a line segment having endpoints on the circle, and intersects or touches the circle at two distant points at A and B. We can say this area as the segment. This is known as segment of circle. यानी कि means that it is the inner part of a circle formed by a chord and minor arc. This is minor arc. Arc means part of a circle between any two points. So this segment is known as minor segment. Minor segment is formed by a chord and minor arc. Also, the upper part, the crossed portion like this is the crossed portion. The crossed portion here is known as major segment. This is known as major segment because it is the inner part of a circle formed by a chord and major arc. So it is known as major segment. Another definition is diameter. Is about diameter. Longest chord of the circle is known as diameter. Longest chord of this circle is known as diameter. Or we can say, or in other words, we can say a line segment which passes through the center of the circle, and having endpoints on the circle. Also, relation between diameter and radius is diameter is equal to twice radius. And diameter divides the circle in two equal halves. Means that if we take this as a circle, here this is center, we can say this is diameter. Diameter is a chord which passes through the center of the circle is known as diameter, or you can say longest chord of the circle is known as diameter, or we can say line segment which passes through the center of the circle and having endpoints on the circle. Here OA is the radius of the circle, OB is also the radius of the circle. Therefore, we can say diameter is equal to twice radius. Now, we will come about the radius of the circle. If we have a circle like this, here at the center O, and this is radius OA, this is also radius OB, we can say this area is known as sector. Sector is the area, or we can say inner part of a circle formed by two radii and an arc. The inner part of a circle formed by two radii and an arc is known as sector. And here it is minor sector. Because it is formed by a minor arc. And here the dotted portion, this is known as major sector. major sector because it is formed by two radii and the major arc. Another definition is about secant. Secant is a line which intersects the circle at two distant points. Here, secant. Secant is a line which intersects the circle at two distant points. It is a line which intersects the circle at two distant points A and B is known as a secant. This is secant. And then tangent. Tangent is also a line which touches the circle at only one point. A line which touches the circle at only one point is known as tangent. Here it is tangent. And the point at which the line touches the circle is known as point of contact. If we take here O as center, P as point of contact, and we join OP, clearly OP is radius and OP is perpendicular to the line L, or we can say tangent is perpendicular to the radius at the point of contact. Here is a theorem in class 10th and also another theorem which I will discuss here in 2 minutes. Only I will give just a statement of that theorem. That is very important theorem. Length of tangents drawn from an external point are equal. Length of tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. Length of tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. Means that if we have a circle like this having center O and an external point P from which we will draw two tangents PA and PB like this. These are two tangents PA and PB. Here A and B are points of contacts. Then we have to prove that PA is equal to PB, means that length of tangent drawn from this external point are equal. Means that PA is equal to PB. We have to prove PA is equal to PB. How can we prove this? We will just make a construction. We join OA, OB and OP. Then we get two triangles. Triangle OAP and triangle OBP. Both these two triangles are right angle triangles. Right angle at A and B, because tangent PB is perpendicular to the radius OB. Here also tangent PA is perpendicular to the radius OA. Then we have to prove that PA is equal to PB. How can we do this? We will do it by showing that these two triangles are congruent. How can we say these two triangles are congruent? We use RHS congruency rule. Right angle hypotenuse side congruency rule. Right angle at A, right angle at B, hypotenuse OB common, and OA is equal to OB, radii of the same circle. Then we can say these two triangles are congruent. That is, triangle OAP is congruent to triangle OBP by RHS, right angle hypotenuse side. Therefore by CPCT, we can say that PA is equal to PB, means that the length of tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. Hope all of you will get it clearly. Inshallah we will meet again and hope for the best. Thank you.